34.6, giving Holly Enderbach Flyer 35.3. For the judges in the 3-star, just to confirm that number 350 is going to be your last rider of the morning session. Number 351 has been rescheduled later in the day, so this will be the last to go for the morning. And also in the 4-star, 426 about ready to start. Here's Elizabeth Bortuzzo. She is the last of the 4-star riders in the morning, since number 427, Michael Pendleton, is a scratch. So 426 and rider number 350. These are the last 2 morning riders in the morning session before the break.
Okay, so our next rider up is Elizabeth Bortuzzo. Belongs to Teufer. I think that pronounced right, I hope. Teufer?
Yeah.
Like. And she will be the last horse of this rotation and the last horse of the morning before the lunch break. Michael Pendleton is scheduled to go next on Steady Eddie, but he has withdrawn. So this is our final rider before the lunch break. We'll watch this rider. We'll give you a whole rundown of the scores and what's in store for this afternoon.
And this horse has the capability to score quite well on the flat. Its last outing was at Millbrook. I got a 27.9.
Owner John Arnold Woody.
And I don't have the entire body of work in front of me, but it appears this is her first attempt at the level with this horse. Her first advance was at Millbrook just this past month.
Great dressage scores over the last 2 years. Everything's been sub 30 with the exception of one, and then relatively good cross-country record. She's had a 20 here and there, but basically great. Show jumping has been her Achilles heel. So far the test is really pretty smart. Setting up for the right, the extended trot. He likes to point his toes.
Mm-hmm. This is a very fancy dancing thoroughbred.
And how do you spell? How do you pronounce that, sire?
I would say it's Soufflesberg.
Okay, there you have it.
Did I pull that off like I knew what I was doing?
Yeah, I don't know. There was a little bit of a German accent there, but I don't know. I would just go.
The dam belongs to Bandit.
Tuffelsberg.
That sounds probably better.
More American.
What did you think of that one, Karen?
I think it was too much sideways at the end. The last third of that was more like haunches in and half passed together.
Yeah,
instead of turning around the haunches.
You end up getting a little stuck with being overbent, and then you have to keep turning the shoulders
exactly.
around. It's an attractive horse.
Very. I wouldn't have guessed it was a thoroughbred. Not to say that
what she means is thoroughbreds.
He's a little bit more beefy than your average thoroughbred. Hey, I've ridden plenty of thoroughbreds, Mr. Upstage. Woody. Even Biko is a full thoroughbred. Did you know that?
I did not.
He had a full brother that ran in the Grand National.
It's a big thoroughbred.
You know who trained the horse that went to the Grand National?
Mm-mm.
Josh Gifford. Who's Josh Gifford? Tina Cook's dad.
This woman is just a wealth of knowledge. I just lost a little bit of impulsion behind into that downward transition. Oh, Haunches leading, starting into that first half pass. You know,
it's a little bit like the turn around the haunches too, because she loses the control of the quarters.
And whether that's rider, whether that's sometimes just the horse's tendency to want to position its haunches a little to the inside.
I find, generally speaking, horses will release the pressure by swinging the quarters out in the trot and in the canter.
Really good change, though. She was quite straight into that.
This is better. But lost a little bit of momentum. Let's see. Half circle to set up for the last flying change.
Clean. Not quite as good as the first one, but definitely clean.
Yeah, he lacked the jump through.
Yep.
But what a great outline this horse has.
Yeah, it's a beautiful horse. You know, it's a lovely horse. He gets a little wiggly sometimes with his haunches, and it's just trying to position the shoulders in front of the haunches to keep them as straight as possible in those moments. But she should be happy with that. Got to itch his nose.